Hello friends, this video on Ray Optics Part 27 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till Part 26 before going ahead with Part 27. Solve few problems on refraction by spherical surfaces. So here comes problem 8. In this problem, determine the image formed by refraction. In this problem, determine the image formed by refraction. So here again we have a spherical surface. So this is the object. Okay, so we have to find out the image formed by refraction. So in this case, V is what we have to calculate. So here U, that is the distance of the object, is given as 25 centimeters. This will be negative because it is opposite to the direction of the incident ray. Radius of curvature R is given as 20 centimeter because R is nothing but the distance of the center of curvature from the pole. So this would be 20 centimeter and this would be positive. Mu1 is equal to 1 and mu2 is equal to 1.5. So now we will apply the expression which we derived in the previous slide, that is the refraction through a spherical surface. So we found that N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 divided by R. So now if we put these values which are given above, 1.5 divided by V minus 1 divided by minus 25 is equal to N2 minus N1 divided by R. So we get 1.5 divided by V plus 1 by 25 is equal to 0.5 divided by 20. So we get 1.5 divided by V is equal to 0.5 divided by 20 minus 1 by 25. So this value comes out to be minus 1.5 divided by 100. Or we can say that V comes out to be minus 100 centimeter. So what we see that the image is formed at a distance of 100 centimeter from the pole, and since this sign is negative, that means this negative sign shows that image is formed on left hand side of the pole. Right? So let us look at the next problem, which says that a small bulb is placed at the bottom of a tank containing water to a depth of 80 centimeter. Okay, so let us assume the figure like this. Let us suppose this is a tank containing water and a small bulb is placed at the bottom of the tank, and the depth of the tank is given as 80 centimeters. So the depth of the tank is 80 centimeters. What is the area of the surface of water through which light from the bulb can emerge out? So the light of the bulb which will emerge out somewhat like this. So we have to calculate the area of the surface of the water. So this area we will have to calculate. So how will the light emerge out in this way? This is possible only when if this light ray enters, suffers total internal reflection and goes out. So that is possible only when this angle of incidence, this is the normal to the surface, so this will be the angle of incidence, when this angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle. If the angle of incidence IC is greater than the critical angle, then total internal reflection will occur. Now if total internal reflection occurs, only in that case the entire light will come out in this way, and then we can calculate the area of this surface, right? So we have assumed here that the bulb is a point source, right? Now what will happen if IC is less than the critical angle? If IC is less than the critical angle, in that case refraction will take place. That means in that case this light will go out in this way. So it will not come back in this form. What happens if IC is equal to the critical angle? In that case the refraction will take place and light will gaze through this surface. That is, in that case the angle of refraction will be equal to 90 degree. That is, the refracted ray or the light will gaze the water air interface. Right? So in one case, when angle of incidence will be greater than critical angle, it will get totally reflected and it will come out from the tank. If it is less than critical angle, then it will get refracted, so it will go somewhere here. And if it is equal to the critical angle, then the refracted light will go in this direction, right? So what do we want? We want that the light should go out in this form. That means we want that total internal reflection should take place. So this is what we want. So for this, sine I by sine R is equal to mu 2 1, that is mu 2 by mu 1. So this is equal to mu 2 by mu 1. Now in this R will be equal to 90 degree. So we will say that sine IC will be equal to mu 2 by mu 1. What is mu 2? In this case, light is traveling from air to water, right? So air is 1 and water is 2. So that means mu, well, in this case, this ray was traveling from air to water, but when it reaches here, after that, it is traveling from denser to rarer medium. This is water and this is air. So this will be equal to, so this water, so mu 2 would be air. That is mu air by mu water, because mu 2 is the medium where it goes. So during total internal reflection, it goes to the rarer medium. So mu 2 will be mu air and mu 1 would be mu water, right? Therefore, we can say that sine IC is equal to 1 divided by 1.33, or IC is equal to sine inverse 1.33, which comes out to be 48.76 degree. Now we have to calculate the area of this surface. So what would be the radius of the surface? Radius of the surface, let us name this surface as AB. Now radius of the surface AB will be equal to this radius. Now if you want to calculate this value, let us call this as x. Radius of the surface is x. So we want to evaluate x. Now in this triangle, we can say that tan IC is equal to x divided by 80. Therefore, x is equal to 80 into tan 48.76 degrees. So this value comes out to be 91.2 centimeters. Therefore, area of the surface is equal to pi r square, that is pi into 91.2 whole square, which comes out to be 2.61 meters square. So this would be the area through which the light from the bulb can emerge out. Right, so what happened here? In this case, we saw that if at this point of time, let us look at the next problem. It says that a small pin fixed on a tabletop is viewed from above from a distance of 50 centimeters. By what distance would the pin appear to be raised if it is viewed from the same point through a 15 centimeter thick glass slab held parallel to the table? Refractive index of glass is equal to 1.5. does the answer depend on the location of the slab? So this problem is related to the real depth, apparent depth concept. There we saw that the fisherman or the eye was located at the same position, just that due to the presence of the water, that is a different medium, the depth of the fish changed. Similarly here, due to the presence of the glass slab, the distance or the position of the small pin will change. So let us suppose that the distance by which the pin appear to be raised, is equal to x. So that means what is x? X is nothing but real depth, that means the actual depth of the pin, minus apparent depth, that is the depth which we are viewing. So x is nothing but real depth minus apparent depth, that is r minus a. Now we already saw what did we observe there? We saw that the ratio of real depth to apparent depth is equal to the refractive index of the medium. So here the medium is glass, so this is equal to mu g. So we can say that apparent depth is equal to real depth divided by refractive index of glass. Therefore we can say x is equal to r minus r by mu g. So what is this real depth? This real depth into 1 minus 1 by mu g. So what is the real depth? The real depth is nothing but the thickness of the glass slab, which is given here as 15 centimeter, because the location from where we are viewing the small pin, that really doesn't matter, because for example, please compare it with the scenario which I showed you in real depth, apparent depth, that is the fish example. There the eye was located somewhere here. So the location of the eye, I mean how far the eye is located from the object, that really doesn't matter. What matters is the amount of water or the thickness of the water which is present there. So here r is nothing but the thickness of the slab which is introduced. So what is the thickness of the slab here? It is 15 centimeters. And this is 1 minus 1 by mu g, that is 1.5. So this comes out to be 5 centimeters. So that means this object appears to be raised by 5 centimeters. Does the answer depend on the location of the slab? No. Right? Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.